This year, the All-Stars are headed to Atlanta for the big event. When was the last time the NBA All-Star Game was hosted by Atlanta?
Was it?
A look at the Lakers as they got off the team bus after a... And a quick look at some of the numbers for LeBron James.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. Here's James. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
Look at Morris break down the defense on this play. If they leave one of his guys open, he's going to get it to him fast.
Here's Porzingis. Out to the right wing. Back to Kleber. Doncic outside. And Doncic throws it down.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
No one near James as he lets it go. Not wasting any time in taking the shot and knocking it down.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Well, coming into the league with immense potential, Porzingis has already fulfilled much of it, already an all-star. But you know, Greg, there are still areas he's working on.
Yeah, he's definitely getting stronger and more physical. You'd like to see him make the next pass a little more often when a teammate has a better shot. But if he can just stay healthy, boy, the sky's the limit on what he can accomplish.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league. The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Here's James. 7 points in the game. And James throws it down.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Doncic against Schroeder. Here's Porzingis, and the rejection by James.
Oh, love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Richardson, good. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. 3-point lead. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
I mean, I flat out, I thought they looked overmatched. I mean, I thought they lacked aggressiveness and heart out there.
Now, Doncic, after LeBron's three-pointer that didn't go. Here's Porzingis, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Paulie Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Richardson finds Paulie Stein. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson the pass to Powell. Kicks it out to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Picked him clean. .58 seconds left here in the first quarter. And that one's good, Caruso.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
And here's Brunson. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Banked in off the glass.
And Caldwell Pope just blows past defenders with his speed. Just a sensational finisher all around the bucket.
Powell, the pass to Brunson. Back to Powell. And he converts the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
To the wing right side. Caldwell Pope pass to Harrell. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. .15 seconds left in the first quarter. Harrell high post. Pass to Horton Tucker. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. 2 on the clock. The layup missed. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Well, Greg, we know he's already a solid scorer, but Kyle Kuzma,
biggest area of growth would definitely be.
Now having played with superstars, Kuzma is learning what it takes to win.
He's getting only so many shots per game, so I applaud him for finding other ways to contribute to his team with an eye toward the greater goal.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
Taking a look at the Lakers, they've got Kyle Kuzma. He's out there with Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the 3. Caruso, the pass to Kuzma.
The timing, the precision. You got to respect Kuzma's ability to drain shots off the pass.
Mavericks trail by 7. When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Porzingis is checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Jalen Brunson. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Schroeder. James has got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers. Doncic outside. From 6 feet. Porzingis can't hit.
Credit to D for not giving up on that play. He's a tough cover down low.
And LeBron throws it down hard.
And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Doncic feeling it out. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 or 3 so far.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. On the wing, James. From about 16, again, James missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from James Johnson. Now here's LeBron. He's guarded closely. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. 6 on the shot clock. Doncic dishes to CLA Stein. He can't get that one. And Willie CLA Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Los Angeles leading by 8. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. He gets that one.
Showing the muscle. Gasol skilled at powering through the contact and finishing.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Back to Richardson. It's stolen by Schroeder. James in the post. Morris. That one's not going to go. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Finney-Smith. Horton Tucker with the rebound. Lakers have gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. To the middle. Gasol kicks to James. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. LeBron's got 20.
And if you're the defense, what can you do? James is too strong, too focused on these finishes.
To the inside, and CLA Stein throws it down.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. James with it. He's got 20. Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in. Horton Tucker's got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. The shot by CLA Stein, no good.
He's not an easy man to stop when he's attacking the basket. The D doing everything it can.
And he gets the bucket.
I like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron, a game like this, it's just par for the course.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers sitting with a comfort. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 22 points. And that...
And with the big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
There should only be one thing they're talking about in this timeout, trying to deny him the ball in the paint before he does any more damage.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and it's CLA Stein in for Maxi Kleber. Willie CLA Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic, and it's Doncic in at the point guard position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Here's LeBron. Here's Morris. Second chance shot. Gasol trying to free himself up. Morris, no good. Mavericks trail by 14. Richardson the pass to Doncic. And a minute played as the second half gets going.
Wow. Trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
The pass to CLA Stein. Dallas moving it around. Out to Porzingis. Shot clock at 2. Tries yet again. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign if you ask me. If they've got a can't-miss play, now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
And finished off by LeBron.
And you think of all the different images in your mind over the years of James attacking the rim.
For Dallas, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Morris. Richardson outside. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Schroeder. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Porzingis against Gasol. Here's Marjanovic. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
And see where Kentavious Caldwell-Pope changing his approach before last season. He knew he wouldn't need to take on as much of a scoring responsibility.
Yeah, and what a team player, GA. I mean, KCP rededicated himself to defense. He tries to do more with less touches now, and that's the mindset you need to have playing with stars going for a championship.
And Marjanovic with the slam.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it. Porzingis against LeBron. And LeBron throws it down.
That's just great persistence from James. Solid at fighting through contact on his way to the rack.
Doncic against Caldwell Pope. And it's Kentavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. It's picked off. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
Here's Finney-Smith. Outside Hardaway. 6 to shoot. Powell inside. He's defended by Harrell. The shot by Powell, no good. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Lakers leading by 18. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Caruso. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Caldwell Pope kicks to Caruso. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Dallas. 23 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Finney-Smith, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. The Mavericks have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt earlier.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. Pass to Caruso. To the paint. Harrell, that's good. Harrell's got his second basket of the night.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So the Lakers 5 right now. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the 1. Caruso kicks to Caldwell-Pope. There's the feed to Harrell. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Hardaway finds Brunson. Now Johnson. Back to Brunson for 3. Kuzma pulls it in.
Oh, defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far. And I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. Harrell kicks to Caruso. Kuzma passes to Harrell. Over Kleba, and Harrell the bucket on the assist by Kuzma.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. First free throw is good. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. Pass to Harrell. Nice D from Doncic. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Dallas moving it around. Hardaway kicks to Kleba. Doncic outside. The shot's good.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
On the wing, Morris. And there's the pass to Schroeder. Now James. The Mavericks pull it in. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Richardson dishes to Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
James looking around. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And as we head to the final buzzer here, crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Dallas needs to get off a shot, and the shot is good.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
Schroeder finds James. And the Lakers with another miss. And the foul called on Porzingis. That's foul number 2 for him. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Doncic outside. Lets it go from deep. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Starters selected to the 2021 NBA All-Star Game.
Is it the Nets, the 76ers, the Celtics, or the Bucks?
So many All-Stars, but which team has two this year? That's the key. This year. You know that answer. You get some DC.
Yeah, this is an easy.
And we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said,
Kevin, thanks very much.
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for LeBron James.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol, and it's Schroeder in a point guard. And for the Trailblazers, Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then it's Enes Kanter, and it's Trent in a 2-guard. Now LeBron, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard.
With a burst of speed, LeBron turning on the Jets, getting past the D, and the big hammer.
Lillard against Schroeder. That one good for 2. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Good on the bucket. James has got his second bucket tonight.
And just such a physical force. LeBron James, sensational at reading the play and using his size to get possession.
Jones dishes to Lillard. From downtown. Kicks it out to Jones. Lillard outside. And it's Lillard again missing for Los Angeles. They've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lakers passing it around. And a wide open look for James. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's James, and Covington sends it back. Lillard outside. Lets the three fly. Inside. And the dunk by Covington.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
LeBron passes to Morris. James with it. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. And finished off by LeBron.
You got to try to keep LeBron away from the post as much as possible. That time, too deep, turns around, and gets the dunk.
Now here's Lillard. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep. And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
And how about that display of athletic ability? Kuzma can contort his body when converting on those difficult shots.
Now here's Lillard. He has 5. If it counts.
This takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
So the wing on the left. Caldwell Pope outside. Lays it up off the glass.
And you see the quickness of KCP bursting to the rim.
Now here's Lillard. He's covered closely. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Here's Caruso, following the score by Damian Lillard. Caruso, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Kuzma can't get it to go. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. They trail by 1. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Harrell. Makes it off the glass.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact.
Lillard surveying the D. And Lillard throws it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And at the end. Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the.
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, they've got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Caruso in at the 1. Caruso, no good. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Three-pointer, Lillard, the offensive rebound. That one doesn't drop. The Lakers trail. Here's James, and James throws it down.
Yeah, somebody didn't get the memo. You left a clear lane for LeBron James.
keeps it alive, and Covington stays with it.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Here's LeBron. Sinks that one from the post. James has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, the combination of power and finesse, it just is automatic when LeBron gets down low. One of the most efficient paint players in the game.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And that gets him going here in the second after hitting 2 from long range in that first.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Well, it looks like he's got just one of those good feels tonight. That means trouble for the opponent.
Lillard outside. From the stripe, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers. On the wing, James. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So for the Trailblazers, Derek Jones comes in for Rodney Hood. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Anthony kicks to Jones. Shoots from 14, and an air ball on that one. Way off. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Simons surveying the D. Down low. Anthony against Morris. 18 feet out. Gasol against Covington. Off target at the rim. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. They trail by 1. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game is the first and last of their home series. Here's Trent, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Trailblazers shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight, and the first one at the line is good. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Both shots good from the stripe. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
LeBron patient there, keeping the defense guessing, maybe mixing up their coverages on the back end. Makes him very unpredictable in a pick-and-roll set.
Here's Simons. He's guarded by Schroeder. Clock at 6. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And Covington stays with it. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Schroeder finds James. And finished off by LeBron.
So many years and the body still holding up for LeBron James. Wow.
Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Simons, the pass to Covington. Rejected by Gasol. Out of bounds. Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Three-pointer, Lillard. Out to the wing. It's good.
Yeah, we could be having one of those nights where he becomes the one-man show for his ball club. You just don't need to tell him to keep scoring. He'll do it.
And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the show.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Portland, Enes Kanter is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Jones. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the 2. Jones, the pass to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 26 points.
There's another way Lillard can beat you off the ball. Great timing on the catch and shoot.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. James dishes to Gasol. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Three-pointer, Lillard. And the dunk by Covington.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
How about the sequence in its entirety? Oh man, fans love that. Listen to that. I love that sound in the arena. Sometimes LeBron just likes to take it all out on the rim. That time on display.
Lillard against Schroeder. Kanter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Kanter's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And here's LeBron outside, and it's rebounded by Covington. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Lillard with the bucket.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Now here's LeBron. 24 points for him. And Jones sends it back. They recover it. Good on that shot, and with that, the Trailblazer lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Gasol. Lillard from deep three-point land to the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Lillard's got 8 points here in this quarter.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Inside, Gasol kicks to Caldwell Pope. The drive by James, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. LeBron's got 26 points.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Lillard with it, now guarded by Schroeder. Lillard the pass to Covington, and he makes that one. Covington's got the lead back up to 7 now for Portland.
Yeah, the vision's one thing, but the timing also helps. Lillard prepared to get the ball to his teammate.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Gasol kicks to Morris. James outside. And Jones pulls it down.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Covington down low. Covered by Morris. They get the rebound. Takes it out to Covington. Lillard outside. Kanter trying to free himself up. They shoot again, and he lays it up and in. And it's a 9-point Trailblazer lead.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. So it's the Lakers now. On the wing, James. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Did you see LeBron just shrug off that contact there? It's like nothing even hit him.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. Portland leading by 6. And 1:01 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hood to the inside. At the elbow, it's Little. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Portland needs to get off a shot. Anthony trying to get open. It's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
They are just killing them on the interior.
LeBron James on the wing. Goodbye, Hood. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. Here's LeBron. He has 29. The putback. Harrell on the follow. Harrell's got his second basket of the night.
You'd love to bottle up the energy that Harrell plays for. Hustle points coming through.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Hood. Kuzma pulls it in.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kyle Kuzma. That's his first foul. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. So the Lakers 5 right now. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harrell. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Caruso in at the point.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Here's Caruso. Kuzma outside. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. Here's Schroeder to the right side. Stolen by Kansas.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Schroeder outside. Harrell the pass to Kuzma. Here's Caruso. Pass to Harrell. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Kansas. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Harrell.
Harrell will do whatever it takes to grab some of those buckets down low.
Schroeder against Lillard. And the basket is good.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Kuzma can't get it to go. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Trailblazers. And so they choose to intentionally foul. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Lillard against Schroeder. Shoots the three. But they get it back. Kanter kicks to Jones. Trailblazers moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Covington finds Kanter. Three-pointer. Lillard drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back to how about Kobe going to the Lakers, McHale and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. LeBron, no luck. Portland leading by 11. Launches it. They get it back. Pass to Trent to the left wing. And Damian Lillard, good for the three. Lillard's got 41.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Well, here's the problem. He's shooting the lights out, but they're still behind. They need another guy to step up.
Lillard from outside. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. This one for three. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by the Lakers. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. No good from LeBron. And for Portland, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. Their offense not doing their best work of late. From past the arc, Morris with the block. But they'll get another chance. Jones, no one around him. Nice open look, but it's no good. Lakers trail by 12. From deep. With the tip. Gasol. And Gasol able to finish.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Trailblazers.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And so looking at the number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody could stop him, and they didn't.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
James outside. And again, no good by the Lakers. Lillard outside. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown.
James Harden or Kevin Durant? That is a whole lot of votes.
For sure, and I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show before, but one of these is
Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Paul George.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
And now the Lakers starting group. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. To the paint, here's Gasol. And finished off by Gasol.
And Schroeder entrusted to run this offense, making the right call. The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
LeBron James on the wing. Batum with the ball. Gasol covering. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Quick first step. Beverly showing he's not just a three-point shooter at the offensive end.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
It's stolen by Schroeder. Gasol on the high post. Back to James. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And finished off by LeBron.
You know, not many people want to step in front of LeBron. Once he gets up a full head of steam, can't say I blame him.
And the pass to Beverly. Back to George. He feeds it to Ibaka. Count it.
Well, this gives you some confidence when you drop 3 straight to start the game.
LeBron James on the wing. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes. Whoa, hammering it in.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
George passes to Ibaka. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Schroeder. 6 points for LeBron.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Beverly against Schroeder. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
Man, there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality, they got to fill some roles, right? And, you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. James against Leonard. The drive by LeBron. And the dunk by James.
The indestructible one. LeBron brushing off contact for the easy deuce.
Beverly, the pass to Batum. Back to Beverly. Outside for George. It's stolen by Morris. And it's the Lakers on the break. James with the bucket. And that's 10 points for LeBron.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
And George with the stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
James in the post. He's covered by Leonard. James, no good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
The shot by George, no good.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Yeah, it's been about the fast break. Been real kind to him here early, and they are clicking in transition.
Here's Beverly following the basket by Marc Gasol. And it's Beverly missing. The Lakers have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. And the dunk by James.
LeBron is having himself a game. Staying aggressive, playing with a lot of force.
Beverly dishes to Ibaka. Back to Beverly. He kicks to Leonard. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's Caruso. Lays it up off the glass.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well balanced. This team lives it.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
We've got Williams, Luke Kennard out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson, and it's Zubac in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington. And the dunk by James.
I love that. You see the poise of Gasol running the offense to perfection.
Clippers trail by 5. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game break wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Here's Williams following the basket by LeBron James. Schroeder against Williams. Lays it up and banks it in.
You see the toughness of Williams. Won't shy away from contact.
James outside. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And there's that high-arching bomb from Reggie. Way downtown this time. You see the development of his range.
A nice shot by Gasol.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Schroeder against Williams. Pass to Zubac. Morris outside. Kennard on the wing. Over James. The Clippers get another chance here. Morris passes to Zubac. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Yeah, easy call.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
George is checked in for Luke Kennard. LeBron outside. And the dunk by LeBron.
Beautiful timing on the part of LeBron. Powerful move off the pick and roll.
Williams looking over the floor. Passes to Zubac. Williams up on top. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 6-point lead. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
That was a great job creating in transition. LeBron, using his speed, puts himself in a position to attack.
And they pick up 2. Williams has got 4 points in the quarter.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
It's Harrell, top of the key. 2 points. That one goes. Harrell's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Lakers.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Now here's Williams. Zubac trying to break loose. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got his 3rd basket of the night right there. James outside. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Horton Tucker. To the middle. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Harrell. Williams gets the bucket.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
Here's James. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with, bar none.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Marcus Morris. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Williams.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverley. That's a terrific pass.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And there's the foul up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 29 points and 1 steal. Thanks for joining us.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marquise Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. Clippers trail by 5. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now, here is Morris. No points in the game yet for him. James looking around. To the inside. Here's Gasol. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. That's now 8 points for Marc Gasol.
He could have tried to force a shot there. Instead, LeBron keeps his eyes up, finds an open teammate.
George dishes to Ibaka, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Ibaka's got 6.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the 3rd quarter. The finish. And the rejection by James.
On the ball, off the ball, LeBron can really protect the rim.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for the Lakers. And Leonard gets it to go.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
On the wing, Morris. It's tipped. Inside. And here we go. Beverly heading to the hoop. That gives them the lead. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not a elite tool, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Ahead and finished off by Gasol.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Beverly against Schroeder. And that one's good. Beverly, he's got 8.
Very smooth finish with the finger roll.
And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Outside Gasol. Lakers working the ball around now. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
He's a handful inside. Marc Gasol taking it right at the defense, and he created some of that contact.
A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
When your bigs can make free throws, it's a huge advantage. Love his approach to getting to the line.
On the wing, Williams. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Zubac has got 7 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And Gasol gets it to go.
What you know about Marc Gasol's game is he has a fantastic feel working down there in the interior.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Off target from 3-point range.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And that one's good, Caruso.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Williams kicks to Morris. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Back to Gasol. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Completely on his game. Hasn't missed a shot all night. A big part of why this team is winning.
Nobody near Leonard. On the wing, Morris. Back to Williams. There's the pass to Kennard. Kuzma pulls it in. Lakers leading by 3. Pushing it up. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Horton Tucker's got his first basket.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Kennard finds Zubac. 2-on-none. No one back to stop this. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. The Lakers have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
And in terms of team members, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
And here is James. He's got 29 points. Harrell, it's good on the putback. Harrell's got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Batum is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Clippers trail by 9. Out left to the wing. And Beverly kicks to Batum. Outside, George from deep three-point range. A rebound by the Lakers.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Free throw good, LeBron.
You know, maybe the most storied high school player ever. It's amazing to think that LeBron's exceeded expectation here at the pro level.
Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Alex Caruso. And for the Clippers, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. From deep, George. Rebound by Harrell.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And James throws it down.
The king, timeless, saying, I'm going to keep doing what I do until they catch up with me.
Outside, Batum. Here's George. And the rejection by Harrell. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Ibaka. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. Right wing. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. So it's the Clippers now. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Knocked loose and stolen by Harrell. Caldwell Pope with it. George picks him up. LeBron passes to Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Ibaka. Batum attacking. Great D that time from LeBron. Lakers leading by 11. Feeds to Caldwell Pope. It's stolen by Ibaka. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. Clippers moving the ball around. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Common occurrence for Leonard. Once he makes his way to the rim, Kawhi levels up.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Leonard against LeBron. Banked in off the glass. And now that's 35 points for LeBron.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Back to George. Pass to Beverly. The three. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
Very consistent from long distance. Beverly a floor spacer offensively.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to James. And James throws it down.
Can't do anything about it. LeBron gets a step. Next thing you know, he's hanging off the rim.
Kicks it loose. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Batum with the steal. Here's Beverly, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
Lakers leading by 8. Inside. And it's Harrell missing. The Clippers running out of time. Batum with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. And Nicholas Batum with the slam.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? Caldwell Pope on the wing. 1:11 left to play here in the fourth. 5 on the clock. James, the pass to Harrell.
This has reached desperation time for them.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on.
Yep, that one goes in there.
No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Lakers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Morris outside. Passes it to Schroeder. To the paint. He's looking for James and finds him. Comes up empty down low.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
They have very little time to run a play, and then, of course, they also need to foul.
LeBron James on the wing. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka. And the Lakers also making a switch. Gasol's checked in. From deep, George, good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And you know, Dennis Schroeder, from the moment he came into the league, showed tremendous confidence. He's never been the type to back down. Huge shots. Tremendous job stepping up in a big way for them at the stripe.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 3. 15 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And so the Lakers take the win. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it.
opals, but now you can pick up a new tier of player cards in my team. I'm Brian, and I'm here to talk about Dark Matter. The most powerful cards you can get in my team. You can pick up the first 2K21 Dark Matter cards.
Now it's in.
Kevin, thank you.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Luka Doncic.
His assist numbers in the past 5 games have gone in the wrong direction. He's been out of sync with his teammates, sort of playing on an island instead of as part of a 5-man unit.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Well, we all know, Clark, the travel in the NBA is just exhausting. It's just incredible how many miles these teams rack up.
Kevin, I tell you, some of the old-timers would say, hey, they travel in charter planes today and 5-star hotels. They haven't seen anything as far as rough travel. But you're right, it takes a toll. But players are well accustomed to navigating the cadence and rhythm of traveling and still being ready to play.
Caldwell Pope outside. Schroeder finds Morris. James in the post. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Porzingis.
Boy, LeBron's taking a lot of punishment over the years. For him, just part of the game.
And both free throws good for LeBron. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Kleba, the pass to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Gasol against Porzingis. Over Gasol. Richardson attacking. Here's Porzingis. Just 4 to shoot. That shot off. Looking at Dallas, they took that win in their last game against Oklahoma City. Schroeder dishes to Morris. Back to Schroeder. Now the pass to LeBron. And stolen by Richardson. Here's Finney Smith. And the shot is long. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
Kleba, Dallas again missing. And here's the break. And finished off by LeBron.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Here's Porzingis following the basket by LeBron James.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And good that time. LeBron's got 8 points. Here's Doncic. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. Back to Richardson. Passes it to Porzingis. He kicks it to Richardson. Now Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
LeBron against Kleba. Back to LeBron. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Johnson comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here is Hardaway. He's coming off a 19-point game against Oklahoma City.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Here's Kuzma. Horton Tucker, the pass to Harrell. Kuzma outside. Just 5 on the clock. LeBron drives in, goes back up. Harrell kicks to LeBron. Over Doncic. Second chance shot. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Out to the right wing. Brunson the pass to Doncic. A shot that time, not on target. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And whether by design or by accident, they drew so many fouls in that game. Foul trouble for the other side became a huge issue.
And as a result, there was a blowout win. I mean, credit them for initiating contact and forcing the officials to make the calls.
The shot by Powell, no good. Los Angeles shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Mavericks making a switch here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Just 4 seconds left in the first quarter. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Harrell, and it's Horton Tucker in at the shooting guard position. Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Marc Gasol's checked in for Harrell. Morris comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Alex Caruso.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 11. It's stolen by Schroeder. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, bring it. Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
Here's Brunson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Brunson's got his first bucket of the night.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup. And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Here's Hardaway. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Boy, Hardaway Jr. is a competitor now, showing you some real toughness. He's not going to give you an inch. He's going to fight you to the finish.
Here's James. And the rejection by Cauley Stein. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Schroeder. Hardaway with the steal. Here's Doncic. Finished off the break.
Nice work there from Doncic. Saw an opportunity to cash in and didn't let it go awry.
And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Johnson inside, covered by Morris. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So both teams changing it up here. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
LeBron left side. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. Pass to Caruso. A second chance effort. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Cauley Stein's shot is good.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Here's LeBron. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Alfonso McKinney comes in for James. And it's Matthews in for Caldwell Pope. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Here's McKinney. 11 points for him in that last game against the Kings in Sacramento. They get it back. Clock is at 3. And that one's good. Caruso's got his first 3 points of the game.
Boy, really solid passer at his position. Kuzma is all about doing what's best for the team.
Porzingis kicks to Finney Smith. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. Pass to Finney Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. He gets that one. Porzingis has got 4 points in the quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Here's McKinney. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Harrell, that's good.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's McKinney. Caruso looking for an opening. To the inside. Fades.
You know, it's good seeing Porzingis work really hard on the defensive end. Does a nice job staying in.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 16 points and that.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by James.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. And it's the Lakers on the break. By himself, the coast-to-coast dunk.
Boy, you look at Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. He is a wonderful defender, and you really got to admire the way he positions himself to come up with these steals.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And offense is tertiary to his contributions.
Lakers leading by 10. Here's James. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance buckets. They can make a big difference.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Finney-Smith, good on the three-point shot. Finney-Smith's got it back down to single digits for the Mavs. LeBron outside. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That's his first foul. On the Mavericks with some changes. James Johnson's checked in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Here's Caldwell Pope. And the call. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles,
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein comes in for James Johnson.
A sharp shooter with a quick trigger release, Caldwell Pope is known for being an efficient scorer. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity, he's cashing in on those.
Porzingis with the ball, working on Gasol, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. Dallas shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
You know, Porzingis is a unique big man, no doubt about it. He's often compared to Dirk Nowitzki, somebody that can space the floor as well as hurt you with his athleticism. Actually, he's probably a tad more athletic than Dirk.
And finished off by Gasol.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. To the middle. And there's Gasol. That's good on the assist by Caldwell Pope. And now a 12-point Los Angeles lead. Porzingis kicks to Doncic. And the shot goes in.
Excellent court awareness from the big man there. Porzingis proven to be a reliable passer.
And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Dishes it to Morris. Back to James. Shot clock at 6. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Schroeder missing. Mavericks trail by 10. Pushing it up. Cauley Stein with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Doncic passes to Porzingis. Launches a three. Another three for Dallas.
Well, you know, it's clear that Doncic is very self-confident, knows he has what it takes to knock these shots down.
James outside. Schroeder outside. To the inside. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's James, and he hammers that one down right in the face of Willie Cauley-Stein.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And then for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Marjanovic. The pass to McKinney. Inside, Harrell goes up and lays it nice and easy. And it's an 11-point Laker lead.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Hardaway, no good. McKinney kicks to Matthews. Makes it off the glass. Matthews has got his first 2 points of the night.
Man, it's nice to see Matthews get involved inside, throwing a nice touch around the basket.
And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got a big advantage in the tournament. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Harrell. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Caldwell-Pope on the wing. Back to Harrell. Here's Finney-Smith. Passes it to Kleber. To the paint. Here's Powell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Hardaway against Schroeder. Morris kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Matthews. Down low, here's Gasol, and Gasol slams it in.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Rejected by Gasol.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Dallas calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Porzingis is coming in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Doncic is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Burke, and the layup's good off the glass. Burke's got his first points in this one.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Porzingis against James. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
So special and exciting to watch greatness. LeBron James tonight playing at the highest level.
Cauley-Stein finds Burke. Back to Cauley-Stein. And then Cauley-Stein with the jam.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
LeBron pushes to Gasol. And here we go. Fast break. Burke's got it. Bucket is good.
You know, he's really a good passer for a big man, guys. Porzingis very solid at setting up his teammates.
Shooter kicks to Gasol. On the wing, James. Back to Matthews. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Schroeder, left side. Back to LeBron. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Matthews. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Josh Richardson comes in for Trey Burke.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
Back to Doncic. It's tipped. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Pass to Gasol. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. LeBron outside. For the three. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Well, you know what, guys? You want the ball in Porzingis' hands in clutch moments. Why? He's an impact player.
And stolen by Richardson.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie Barr will do it.
In the corner, it's Morris. Schroeder finds Gasol. LeBron against Richardson. James, no good. And the Mavericks with possession here. 4-point game. Richardson the pass to Kleba. Now here's Porzingis. Yes!
He's just letting it all hang out, guys. When Porzingis is in a groove like this, he just keeps putting it on you.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And the Lakers making a change here. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ball game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. It was a... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.
cards available. And trust me, you're going to want these cards for your lineup. For the Galaxy Opals, you can earn Brandon Roy and Wes Unseld. But even the pink diamond.
Up next, the Trailblazers. Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche La NFDA. It's all yours.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Robert Covington out there with Derek Jones. Then it's Enes Kanter. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Trent in at the two-guard spot. And for Los Angeles, Aldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Schroeder in at the one spot. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
And here is Los Angeles now. And so James will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
You've got to be locked in on the road. I mean, when there's no cohesiveness on defense, you're in danger.
Schroeder dishes to Morris. Lakers working the ball around now. James wide open, and it's good off the back rim and in.
So they've come out the locker room. His eye. 4 for 4 to start the night.
Lillard against Schroeder. Tips it up, and Kanter able to finish.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Kanter gets a lot of his points this way.
Schroeder passes to Gasol. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first one falls.
And look at Mark's brother, Paul. I mean, the top 3 pick. Mark went in the second round. But if Mark stays healthy, the career comparisons will get really interesting.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Here's Lillard. And it's Lillard again missing.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now calibrated to do that.
The Lakers have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Free throw good, James.
Well, the GOAT watch continues. Every year, every accomplishment goes into the analysis. I mean, LeBron will probably never be able to escape it.
And the Lakers making a change here. Harrell's checked in. Now, here's Lillard. He's as potent an offensive player as you're going to find in this league. He averages almost 30 points a game. Count it.
It took him a while, but he finally gets one to fall.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Three-pointer. Harrell trying to free himself up. James misses. Trailblazers trail by 6. Covington passes to Jones. Lillard against Harrell. Shoots from 12. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target with the open look.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And the dunk by LeBron.
That's just crazy athleticism from James. His vertical is through the roof.
Lillard against Schroeder. Three-pointer. Trailblazers keep it alive, and he'll shoot free throws here clearly. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Now here's James. He's got 6. 1:24 left to play in the first. And he banks in the layup. LeBron's got 8 points.
Oh, powerful presence on the court. It's hard to match James' strength inside.
Here's Simons. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. To the paint, Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lane.
And James throws it down.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
They're just playing smart basketball, reading the floor well and executing.
Here's Simons, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. James looking it over. Rebounded by Anthony.
That works just like they drew it up. Till the part where he short arms the layup.
And the dunk by Covington.
I mean, you can't allow Covington to beat you on the drive. Given his athleticism, you have to clog up these lanes.
Feeds it to Hill. Stolen by Cantor. And now Covington running the floor all by himself.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
No more beginnings. You know, I'm from.
Now, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Marc Gasol. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Kyle Kuzma, and it's Caruso in at the point guard.
Improving as a distributor, it helps when Hood tries to share it like this.
Quarter number 2, we're about a minute in. Here's Horton Tucker. By Hood, Los Angeles calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
You know, that's what coaches are paid to do, right? I mean, curious to see what they go with here.
Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile one block.
Hey, guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
On the wing, James. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Thursday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for their matchup with New Orleans, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
I'd like to say I'm blown away, but honestly, with LeBron, a game like this, it's just par for the course.
Now here's Lillard. Really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. The shot's good from Cantor.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Morris outside. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Back to Schroeder. Lakers passing it around and stolen by Hood. Lillard from outside. And that one goes long. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Again, the Lakers. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
Yeah, and they can't afford a repeat of that. They need a lot more minutes out of their core group tonight.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Lillard against Schroeder. Looking to end his cold spell. They get it back. Cantor rejected by Gasol.
Trying to challenge Gasol, big-time two-way player. He gets it done on both ends.
Here's Lillard. That one's in there. The Lakers lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Cantor. 1:36 left in the first half of basketball. James outside. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
Such blinding speed on the drive. I mean, James is a force of nature when he's on the attack.
Lillard attacking, and then Lillard slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's James. Gasol. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for LeBron James.
And guys, I think the grind of the season is catching up with him a little bit. It comes across in his rebounding numbers. Over the past 5 games, they've taken a tumble. He seems to be wearing down a bit. Maybe tonight, though, he can get his legs back under it.
The outside shot of Lillard is pure. I mean, he always seems to have the look that's going on.
Outside Gasol. Here's James. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And once Lillard hits the ground running, he's ready to throw it down. The D has got to step in front of him to prevent that.
Here's Schroeder, and he gets it to go. Schroeder's got his second basket. Lillard outside, to the inside, and Jones with the stuff.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. Dame Lillard, a player who's improved every year he's been in the league. Guys, is... And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard, Robert Covington out there with Enes Kanter. Then there's Derek Jones, and it's Trent in at the 2.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Jones, the pass to Covington. That's a 2 from Lillard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lillard's got the lead up to 4 now for Portland. Inside, Caldwell Pope, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
Here's Kanter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Marc Gasol.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul. I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Rodney Hood's checked in for Portland. And Schroeder stays with it. Schroeder's got the game tied up here for the Lakers.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Simon. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Count it, good.
They made the most of their halftime adjustments. They're shooting 80% so far in the second half.
Here's Trent. He's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Hood, the pass to Trent. Count it, and the foul. That one on Caldwell Pope.
Smart pass right there. Thon Maker looking good and looking more comfortable and better at figuring out how to read defense.
Lakers trail by 3. James outside, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And Kuzma stays with it.
They are just killing them on the interior.
And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
An average shot blocker. I mean, you want Kuzma to use his vertical more to redirect shots.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Kuzma's got 4 points in the quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
A nice shot by Simons.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now, you know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers' rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a role out of his team. I love how fierce James is, a ferocious dunk artist.
Here's Simons. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
And Simons a bit undersized at that two-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural 2 with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point.
Simons, the pass to Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
59 seconds left to play in the third. Here's James. Another shot, and it's good on the layup. LeBron's got 31 points.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. 41 seconds left in the third. Lillard with the bucket.
And Lillard's so focused, even from way outside. He knows he can still make these shots.
Caruso, the pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Matthews goes in, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
Here's Caruso. From outside, off the mark. Fast break, here come the Trailblazers. And it's Lillard missing. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. His production has been flowing as he's tallied 20 points and looks to be planning for more. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. And it's Caruso in at the two-guard spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. Here's Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. And it's now 22 points for Damian Lillard. James outside. Gasol trying to free himself up. The Lakers keeping it going. A new 14-second shot clock. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut to just one on the basket from LeBron.
And even if you wanted to box out LeBron, the man is too athletic, too strong. He finds ways to get to the ball.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And free throw good from Lillard. He's perfect from the line this time.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
LeBron James on the wing. Kicks it to Morris. Back to LeBron. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
But look at how quickly Lillard leaps out in transition. He wants to run down the throat of the D, burn him in the open floor.
The drive by LeBron. And Finished off by LeBron.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
And nothing fancy, really, about that play. That's just good old-fashioned, hard-nosed basketball to get that one.
The rebound by Simon. Trailblazers leading by 3. Pulls up. Anthony with it. Gasol covering. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Morris has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Dang, that's his 4th foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
And Lillard gets it to go.
And terrific floor awareness. I mean, it's obvious Covington has a great feel for when his teammates are wide open.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down hard.
Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Jones, the pass to Trent. It's stolen by Schroeder. Floats one up, and LeBron with the basket, the assist by Schroeder. LeBron's got 39. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
Gotta admire the passion Lillard plays with. He knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
Here's LeBron, and James throws it down.
Love the attitude of James. When it's an important moment, he demands the rock and delivers.
Here's Lillard, uses the glass to finish the layup. Lillard's got 33 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Trent passes to Lillard. 1:30 left to play in the final quarter. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James in the post, defended by Jones. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from James.
The biggest fear any opponent has, I mean, watching LeBron go to work inside, I mean, you know what the results are going to be.
Gets the bucket and the foul. Schroeder, and so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Markieff Morris. And it's Alex Caruso in for Dennis Schroeder.
Now they're going for the jugular. A few more trips like that, and we might be able to see this one in the books.
Here's James, and James throws it down hard.
James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
Lillard left side. Money!
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
LeBron outside. Gasol trying to free himself up.
Yeah, strong move there. Big points on that possession. In need of a bucket late. This is the guy you want to go to.
Lillard outside. To the wing right side. Here's Trent. 6 to shoot. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Markieff Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And here are the Lakers. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
12 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Lillard. A putback. It drops.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 3. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And they need a 3 to tie. But look, they've got enough time here to find a good look. They can run a play off the inbound, make sure they get it in the hands of their best shooter.
From deep, Gasol. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with it. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
In the spirit of the NBA All-Star Game, we've had some great All-Star trivia for you to earn some VC. Here's a couple more questions.
Let's go. So when was the first NBA All-Star Game ever played?
Was it 1948, 1951, 1954, or 1957?
And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2 guard. And for the Lakers, Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Markieff Morris is out there with Marc Gasol. And it's Schroeder in at the point. Now here's LeBron.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And George, here we go. Can't hit that one. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Now the Lakers on the break. And the dunk by LeBron.
This guy is unguardable in the open floor. When LeBron gets into space, you might as well turn the lights out.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
Here's Batum following the bucket by the Lakers.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Schroeder passes to Caldwell Pope. James looking it over. The rebound by Ibaka. The Clippers have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Well, Kawhi Leonard makes dunks look easy. That ball looks like a grapefruit in his hands.
James with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Clippers with the ball. The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Here's George. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, my goodness. Paul George under duress of exceptional defense. No problem.
Schroeder with the ball. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Kings in Sacramento. And finished off by LeBron.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agreed, Greg. You can afford to get fancy on your way up when you've got that kind of space. George passes to Ibaka.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
Nice shot by James. Emphasizing the importance of a deep bench. A few teams, Doris, across the league are riddled with injuries right now.
And this is where your front office has to find a way to be successful year after year. And players over the course of a season maybe won't play for 5, 6, 7, 8 games, and then an injury opens an opportunity, and you have to have a high level of professionalism at the end of the bench to endure these moments.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Paul George making his last shot. James against Leonard, and finished off by LeBron.
Well, it doesn't take much for LeBron James to find his rhythm. The king right now making it look effortless.
Caldwell Pope against George. Ibaka. Good D by Gasol.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Kings. Rejected by Gasol. And Batum kicks to Beverly. Gasol with the steal. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And he gets the bucket. Leonard's got his second bucket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Schroeder passes to Morris. Schroeder kicks to Morris. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Here's LeBron. Morris trying to free himself up. LeBron shot is off.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
George, no good. Lakers leading by 6. Fast break, the Lakers. LeBron leading the charge. Pass to Gasol. Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Batum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Markieff Morris.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Caruso looking for an opening. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers on top. They lead by... Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Caldwell Pope and LeBron fill out the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Morris, and it's Schroeder in at the point guard position. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter.
That's about willpower from Dennis Schroeder. Great job out hustling guys on the offensive glass.
Outside Jackson. Over Morris. Jackson misses.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
LeBron dishes to Morris. James outside. And he banks in the layup. James has got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Williams finds Zubac. And stolen by James. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Here's Morris. And the rejection by Zubac. Williams passes to Morris. And James pulls it down.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's James. He's got 18 and finished off by LeBron.
My goodness, I didn't think they could top that last dunk, but it only took them a couple seconds.
Not much defense, Greg, on those last few possessions, but does anyone mind?
Not at all.
Here's Jackson following the basket by LeBron James. And there's the pass to Kennard. 5 to shoot. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. The Clippers, number 1.
The threat of deep shooting makes everything easier offensively. They've been incredibly accurate from long range.
James misses. Clippers trail by 12. Now Kennard misses the layup. James in the post, and the dunk by James.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
Here's Williams, drops in the layup for 2.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
How intimidating it must be when LeBron is bearing down on the rack like that.
Williams up on top, defended by Gasol. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And a quick look at the numbers for Reggie Jackson. He's putting up about 8 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball. Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but and now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got 6.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Caruso kicks to Kuzma. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
19 seconds left in the first half. Here's Caruso, defended by Beverly. Clock at 4. Shot, high post. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Shot from the top of the key, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 24 points, 2 rebounds, and 1.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by James.
That first half looked like a dunk contest mixtape. was just destroying the rim.
Yeah, this guy, he plays fast, he's aggressive, and if you let him get to the cup, there is nothing that you can do about it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there at Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ibaka, and it's Batum in at the 4 spot. And so here are the Clippers, following the bucket by the Lakers. Here's Ibaka, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. You played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for it.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think two guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the two guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. And Gasol sends it back.
What defensive instincts, what timing by Marc Gasol. Nice block.
So, for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down hard.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rack.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Now here's Williams. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And the dunk by LeBron.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Williams against Schroeder. Will it go? Rebounded by the Lakers.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pass to James. And finished off by LeBron.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Here's Williams, following the bucket by the Lakers. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Here's LeBron.
How about the vision of Markieff Morris? Hits the open man, has a good feel for the game. Boy, this guy can do a lot of things.
Williams scanning the floor. Here's Ibaka. That one misses. And the Lakers going the other way now.
This guy just can't find his rhythm. And you look up at...
wow.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by the Lakers.
Here's LeBron. Got it. Good job in the low post. LeBron's got 39.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Basket counts.
Boy, the dribble drive by Lou Williams, such a special aspect to what he does.
Shooter passes to James. And James throws it down.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now. That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
LeBron James on the wing. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
Oh, he is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Williams dishes to Ibaka. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Ibaka's got 8 points.
Well, Serge Ibaka has really worked on his frame since he entered the NBA. He is someone who can power his way through contact.
Gasol trying to free himself up. And LeBron throws it down hard.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, he is a terrific finisher.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. A platoon swap here for the Lakers. A big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Lou Williams. Now here's Kuzma. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue.
And the Lakers making a change here. McKinney's checked in. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for the Clippers. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Zubac. He doesn't hit that one. And the Lakers going the other way now.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game. First one falls for him.
At the line for your Lakers, Taylor Horton Tucker.
So he gets them both. And it's the Clippers with the ball. Jackson drives in. The shot's good. Jackson's got his first basket of the night.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Here's Caruso. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a... And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Jared Dudley out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's McKinney in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. In the corner, Kennard with it. They grab their own miss.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to McKinney. Shoots a 3. He can't get that one to fall. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Rob. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in.
Well, Montrezl Harrell will sprint the floor hard. We know this. Gets an easy opportunity in transition.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. The Clippers get another chance here.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Dudley. And James subbed in for Alfonso McKinney. James way outside. And the Lakers with another miss.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Leonard dishes to Ibaka. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not want?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Outside for George. Clippers moving the ball around. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Outside, Batum. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lakers leading by 23. Here's Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Here's Kuzma. That three off the mark. Clippers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. And here's George for 3, but he gets it back. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
James, no good. Clippers trail by 21. Batum wide open. He fires. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Lakers.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
Here's Leonard, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
Beverly, the pass to Ibaka. Here's Leonard. Count that one.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And the Lakers can just let the clock run down here. LeBron passes to Harrell. LeBron drives in. Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Leonard looking around. And stolen by LeBron. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.